They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Western Michigan Broncos, taking on the 20th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. From inside the 15, here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Western Michigan Broncos offense will have the first crack at it in this one. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
He'll keep it himself. Spins away from the defender. Knocked off his feet. The Broncos want to crank the tempo. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. The Volunteers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. When you look at the matchups in the passing game, you might think that this guy's going to be overmatched at corner, but I think he's really looking for the opportunity to prove that he can match up with one of the nation's best.
Yeah, and this receiver always wants the ball. He especially wants it, though, today, considering what he's up against. He told us coming into this game that he should be able to dominate and get a lot of looks.
There he goes! He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Volunteers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man down the middle. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. He wants to change this route. Just keeps slinging it. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Tennessee! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it,
they get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
Neyland Stadium alive. A cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Pocket breaking down. And down goes the quarterback. but there are penalty flags on the field. Let's see what the call is. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty would give this offense a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll go to the ground. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got it on the right. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. Jones wants to throw it. It's complete to the left. Strong, firm tackle. And the Broncos will hustle to the line. Now the play fake. Right on the money. Breaks into the open. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Broncos are moving quickly down the field. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Western Michigan. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Tennessee.
Off play action on 1st down. Throwing right. Got his man all by himself. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup of the 25.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
It's on target and complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Vols are threatening in the red zone. The give to the back. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Moulton. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Jones to throw. Fires to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Broncos want to move quickly.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. The Broncos line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So here is the Tennessee offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Volunteer!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Jones wants to throw it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now, you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Johnson. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Broncos will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the starter.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. The Broncos will call on their punt team. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Thanks to grab. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. The Vols in the hurry up. Use the play fake, now to throw. He wants to take the top off. Threads it inside the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown ball. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get a...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Jones to throw. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Kick is in the air. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They'll start this drive with a pass. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Lets it fly. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a first down. They're working that left side. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down.
He's brought down at the 8-yard line.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful start to things in Knoxville here today. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem. I don't think this defense has the solution.
So here is the Tennessee offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
He might want another play. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40. The Volunteers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gonna run it. It's Moulton. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking for the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big...
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Tennessee. And the route is on. Is there anything this dude can't do? He's channeling his inner Condridge Holloway, Heath Schuler, or dare I say, the great Peyton Manning.
I bet he can't lead the band, Reese. I bet he's not allowed to do that. He's having himself a day, but he's not there yet. But, man, putting up some stats, doing what he wants. This offense is absolutely cooking.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Connection to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Sends it back in motion. Jones wants to throw it. Rushes on him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game, he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot. And this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to let it go. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Vols are in the hurry-up.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really shown you he can do all things on the football field.
And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Well, the QB looked like he knew where he wanted to go with that football, but the D lineman did a better job getting his big hands up and knocking that one down.
Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Looking for the score. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers.
And this offense has really responded after last week. Last week, man, the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road and win. Come back home, you feel confident, you're in your routine, have answered the bell, took charge of this game late, and looking to go 1-0 this week.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Turning it on. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Jones to throw. That pass is incomplete.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled this last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And very important, not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left. Nestled just inside that right upright. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the first down, I think you just keep your points. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. To the air, it's Reynolds. Pressure coming. They're going to get him, and this offense now has even more work to do.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield. They couldn't.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on down. You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good, and then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of it today.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. There he goes. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The Vols, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Grabbed in the middle, it's Davis. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12. And the Volunteers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. They want that clock to run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
There's an old-school thought that says just take the 3 here, but that feels like a win for the defense. I'm going here.
Yeah, and there's a new school thought that says I'm inside the 2-yard line. It's 4th down. I'm going for it. I'm going to be aggressive. So I don't think you...
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Well, obviously this team didn't get the start they wanted to on the year, coming into this one 0-1, but a great job there getting that drive, putting 6 up on the board. They've got a comfortable lead. They wanted to turn the page and start to build momentum. This is a massive win for this program.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He'll pull it on the read. Nice move to keep running. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. The give to the tailback. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Broncos come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to run for it. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Big plays on special teams always ignite. And everybody gets jacked up. It gives you a little shot in the arm. And a lot of times offensive coordinators want to take advantage and call deep shots right after.
And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Might be changing the route. Snapped it in the shotgun. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Wants to throw. It's Reynolds. Release to the back. Got his man quickly. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Western Michigan, 14.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Scrambling away. Line out, trying to get it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.